So training camp is here. The Packers are in the building and on the field, literally, as I record this. And that means football is back. And that means we have to talk about injuries. The headliner, of course, is Elton Jenkins, who was placed on the non-football injury list last Friday when he reported to camp. Brian Gutekunst met with the media earlier this morning and indicated that Jenkins is dealing with a back issue. There is no time limit here. There's no timeline. He can come off the NFI at any time. Gutekunst was asked if he expected Jenkins to participate once the back issue was cleared up. He said yes. He has no reservations. As soon as he's able to, he will be out there. When will he be able to? I would be, remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Elton Jenkins missed all of the offseason work with a contract dispute with the team, did arrive for the mandatory minicamp, but did not participate in any of those practices, and now has a back issue that has popped up while he was away from the franchise. I don't think I have to tell you, you don't have to be an alarmist cynic to say that this could be motivated by the contract dispute. Now, I know Brian has repeatedly denied that. I understand that there is every possibility that Elton legitimately hurt his back at some point while he was away from the facility. But I also lived through Mike McKenzie having a mysterious hamstring injury pop up years ago, and in a contentious standoff with Mike Sherman, who was then the GM, prior to his being traded to the New Orleans Saints. And I'm not saying that this is headed that way without question. There is no doubt that this is a situation that bears watching. That is all I'll say. And certainly the kind of stare down, as it were, begins today. I know everyone will be asking every single day from now until this gets resolved. Is Elton practicing? Is Elton out there? Is he off the NFI? This is going to be a daily thing throughout camp until there is some kind of resolution. Not what you want when you're starting a new offensive line. You've got basically two guys in place in Aaron Banks at left guard. You've got Zach Tom at right tackle. Those are set. Everything else is in play. Gutekunst was asked about the left tackle spot, and yes, Jordan Morgan will be given an opportunity to compete there with Rasheed Walker. Certainly, with Jenkins not practicing, you got to expect Sean Ryan and probably Jacob Monk to get plenty of snaps at center. And then at right guard, you've got Jordan Morgan, you've got Sean Ryan, and maybe Jacob Monk there as well, along with Anthony Belton, who knows where the rookie might fit in along this competition. So there's a lot of moving pieces here, and you're exacerbating it by having Elton Jenkins, who was supposed to just slide over to center, now sitting there in street clothes as training camp begins. Not ideal, not optimal. Certainly going to be watching this every single day here throughout training camp until there is some kind of resolution. As for most of the other guys on either the NFI or the PUP, Gutekunst indicated there's no long-term concerns for any of them. Hopefully, most of them outside of Christian Watson should be back on the practice field sooner rather than later. One notable exception is rookie pass rusher Collin Oliver. Gutekunst indicated that he will miss at a number of weeks, multiple weeks, plural. Don't love that. Obviously, the Packers need every bit of help they can get when it comes to rushing the passer. The rookie certainly is an exciting prospect. You love the idea of him getting out there and pinning his ears back on third down, but missing weeks of training camp is not a good thing, obviously, and gets his rookie year off to a rough start. Clearly, it can't be avoided. He's dealing with a couple of different injuries, notably an outside hamstring injury that Gutekunst said clearly they don't want to rush him back. He missed a lot of games his last year in college. They don't want to exacerbate anything or re-injure anything, obviously. But, man, that is a blow for a kid that you were hoping was going to come in and add a little juice to the pass rush. I mean, the fact that he's going to miss multiple weeks, probably past, that would put him past family night before he even steps on a field and puts pads on in the Green Bay Packers uniform, less than ideal. So those are the updates so far from the initial kind of arrival of the guys, as it were, at training camp. Make sure you're keeping it here at Cheesehead TV for all the latest. I'll be in Green Bay starting on Sunday for the pads coming on. In the meantime, make sure you're checking cheeseheadtv.com for all the latest updates. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.